this episode of Bill Builds, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be making anything. We're going to be talking about finishing and sanding and what I like on any of my projects or on any of my cutting boards. So let's get into this. DeWalt sander, which is corded, which I also like, which is probably what I'm going to use in this video. So now that I've got the camera angled down some, you can see what my piece is. This is some walnut and cherry, and I was going to use it for a box lid, but I decided not to. I ran this through my drum sander, and my drum sander has 80 grit sandpaper on it, so that's what you see all these lines are from. On an 80 grit sander, drum sander that I have, it's just continuous motion, so it leaves streaks. So what I like to do is I like to take a pencil, I like to run down the entire piece, so then I know where there's any deeper scratches, holes, divots, or anything, and I will do that to both sides. So now that you've got your piece all marked out, what I'm going to do is get a mask, because whenever you're doing anything with sanding, you want to protect your lungs. So I like these RZ masks, which are really nice for doing anything like this. They're comfortable and they work really well. I'm going to put some bench cookies underneath of this. These are from Rockler. I'll put a link in the description for these as well. And I just like to put them every couple on each corner, and they keep your workpiece from really not sliding around at all. So now I've got my paper laid out. This is 320, so this is the one I will be doing at the very end. This one is the one that I use for polishing and getting the surface really looking nice and ready to be used. The 120, which I have in red, is the one I use to get all the scratches out and make it all look uniform, and if there's any high glue spots, this is the one that takes the most wood out at a time. And then I work up the grits, 180, 220, because each one will leave its own scratches. So the 120 take the 80 grit scratches, the 180 takes out the 120 scratches, the 220 takes out the 180, and the 320 takes them all out if there's any left, and there's really no scratches left after that. So now that it's all sanded down, you have a couple choices. After you did your 320, you could go ahead and water pop it, which will raise the grain, and that's what I do on all my cutting boards. This is not a cutting board, so I don't have to do that for this. That will raise the grain, so then when you put an oil finish or a finish on it that is food safe, the grain will pop with that, and when you water pop it before you put the finish on, it makes that less likely to happen. Now, at this stage, you can put a round over a chamfer. I will put some pictures in of what this looks like right now. And I sanded up to 320. And I got a glass finish on this walnut and cherry. And I'm going to now put some walrus oil furniture butter on this to really make that grain pop. So this is the end of the video. Consider subscribing because it helps me out and it helps the YouTube algorithm and get my videos out there more. I'm striving for 2021 to be a good year. There's some big things coming up, so make sure you subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And always, you can drop a comment. I'm always looking, and I'll answer any questions you guys have. So this is what it looks like, all done, all nice and shiny. Came out really good. I'll put a link in the description for all of the tools and products I used in this video. Please remember to go follow these two companies, Type Bond and Walrus Oil, because I can't do it without them. See you guys later.